Hi, this is Matt McIntosh, and in this video we're going to look at the function curve editor. So what I've got here is a very basic animation on some sort of turbine element, and what I'm going to do is just show you how you can use the function curve editor to change its properties. So if we go to where it says graph editor, click on that. And this first one here where it says track view curve editor, click on that and it will open up. Now if you've got dual monitors, this is really useful to just chuck on one of those other monitors. If you've not, well, you're going to end up with a bit of cramped space, which is what we've got for this video. So the function curve editor allows you to animate and adjust any animation that you might have on models. Anything that you select will appear in this toolbar at the side, and it'll give you either its position, its rotation, and if you've animated any scale keys, it'll put those on there as well. And that's for every single object that you select in your scene. Okay, so at the moment I currently have this animation where the turbine rotates around, and as we can see, what happens is at the beginning it speeds out of the animation, out of the key, and then it goes in to the next key, and we can see that as it gets closer to the actual keyframe it starts to slow down. Sorry, it comes out of this one slow and it slows down going into this. Now 3ds Max gives you a few tools to actually edit this. Okay, so maybe we don't want it having these sorts of features. Well, all we need to do is select the actual keyframe, and we can tell it that we want it to do other things. So we could say that we want it coming into that area fast, so it starts speeding up towards the key. So we could get it coming out of our initial key as fast, and as we can see, that kind of has a different effect on the curve. It's still got the same keys, but we've now got a different graph element going on. So what if we used one of these other ones here then? Well, we could use the coming out slow, which is what we had initially. We could even use the stepped tangent, and what that does is nothing happens until it reaches the actual keyframe, and then because it's turned 360 we don't actually see any difference in this. So this is really good for kind of switching between textures, but not so good for doing actual animated motions. The one that we're kind of after for this would be the linear, and we need to have both keys selected so that we get a straight line, and what that gives us is a consistent speed that goes round. Now another feature that the curve editor does, I'm just going to scale the area so that we've got a bit more of a cleaner picture. It allows you to edit the actual values that you've got. So at the moment it's rotating round to 705 degrees. Now that happens on frame 50. Maybe we don't want that. Maybe we want to change it. So what we can do is select our keyframe and tell it that we want it to go to frame 100, and that will allow us to instantly kind of move that thing across. We can change the value that's in there, which will make life a bit easier for getting accuracy. So let's just get it turning once. So we've got a slow rotation going on there, very slow rotation. So we can speed things up, we can change things if we want to. We could potentially select these keys and do the region select to enable us to scale keys if we want to. So it's still keeping the same distance, but now it's allowed us to actually scale that up. So we should get a much quicker motion going on from the actual turbine. Now, because it's not lined up at an appropriate point, there's a bit of a pop going on, so you'd have to kind of fix that so that it, is consistent and there's a seamless transition from beginning to end, so it loops effectively. But I would advise having a look at this window because it does allow you to do interesting things such as drawing curves. Yeah, you can add new curves in if you want. You can delete keys and still keep the same sort of consistency with the motion that it's created. You can add in your own keys if you want to. You can just select this little button here that says add key, click on the line. As you can see, it's added in keys. So there's a lot of flexibility around this tool to enable you to create cool animations. So yeah, it was just a quick video to show you some of the tools that are available, and how you could potentially incorporate this into doing your own work. Okay, thanks for watching.